Drink hyphy mud.
1, 2, 3, go.
I said drink hyphy mud. Yeah, sons, drink hyphy mud.
Talk about being ADD.
Hyphy mud. It's instant coffee and Pepsi.
Why would you drink that?
What does YouTube come to?
Doesn't that explode in your stomach?
I'm a hater. I'm a hater, Callie. Anywho, I had this extravagant plan to do a video, speaking of haters, on ADD or ADHD, like I did on the Style of the Hater video that you may have previously seen. And I got too ADD and I couldn't do it. I got too distracted. Sure. Man, the power is taken away. I can't do this. And school systems. Can you believe... Alright, I might have to quit. So, here I am now with Diana, my rock. She's going to keep me calm and focused, holding the camera there. So basically, the point of the video that I was trying to make was that we are factory farming the human race with these drugs that treat the disorder of being hyperactive. I know the acronym stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. And to me, these pills that doctors get their parents to give their children, I know I might ruffle some feathers with this idea, but it really just may be a way to make it easier to control your children. So the parents have less work with raising their children because these kids are becoming subdued and tranquilized on these pills they start at a young age. And I know because I took this type of medicine in college. And I didn't take it commonly, but I would take it near exam time, near the end of my college career, when the exams got real heavy. And I would notice, like, it would just get me so concentrated. And so I thought I had tunnel vision. The first time I took it, I was just like, ooh, book, ooh. I was just like, I actually saw like lasers. It was like Donnie Darko going into that biology book. And I actually fooled myself thinking that, yeah, I love biology. I love this. I'm going to become a doctor. Yay! But I didn't take the pill every day as prescribed by my doctor, and I would take it only during exam time. And what happened was when I was not taking that pill, I would just like crash. If like I took the pill for a week straight, I would literally pretty much be like toast for a week. And I started thinking, and it was also just fooling me into pursuing a passion that I actually wasn't interested in. There's nothing wrong with becoming a doctor, but I don't think it was in the cards for me, and that was okay. Now I started thinking about, imagine if I was given that medicine when I was like from age 5 to 20. I'm not sure if you can recover. Has anyone taken ADD medicine from the age 5? Were they able to recover and not be a zombie when they're not taking it? Because I mean, if it took me a week of recovery for taking it a week, does that mean it takes 20 years of recovery? Heck, maybe Doug Graham is right. Maybe you have to detox for 7 years before you feel the benefits of a certain type of diet. So that was my point of the video. My point of the video was not to factory farm your children. People talk about how they're the genetically modified crops and factory farmed animals, and how we need to stop doing this, and there's a big rise up about that, where in reality I think humans may be the biggest genetically modified factory farmed crop on earth. And you can think about it from the time we're birthed. Some children, by the time we are birthed in hospitals, some children are separated from their mothers. And I'll tell you, when you separate a baby calf, farmers know this, when you separate a calf from a cow and the calf is not able to consume that liquid gold known as colostrum, that calf will need antibiotics or it will die, basically, because it doesn't have the blueprint for its immune system. Colostrum's known to create this blueprint for your immune system. And what do you think is going to happen when you do that to a human? Same thing, maybe worse. You separate your newborn from the mother's titty when it's first born. That child might grow up with a very compromised immune system and become dependent upon antibiotics in the future. Just another way to control these kids. And And that's the antibiotics. That's a whole other thing beyond the ADD medication. And then on top of that, the school system is set up crazy. You sit in a classroom with a teacher in front of the class, and this teacher is basically there because they were able to afford a college degree that said that they are capable of teaching your children not how to think, but what to think. Come on, guys. Wake up, sheeple. So what is the point of this video other than ranting? It's to basically take the power back. Take your power back, and instead of treating your children with ADD medication, embrace their hyperactivity. They are probably a super gifted child. Heck, oh yeah, good thing. Oh, I almost poked my eye. See, I'm ADD. Okay, great. Let's come up with a new acronym for ADHD. And I was thinking about this earlier today, and I was thinking a good one would be ambitious. And I can see how the system might not like an ambitious child. Let's say defiant or daring for the D. And then you have H is happy, because most kids are really high. I'm not going to say the names, but I know a child that was, I guess you could classify him as ADHD, and he was the happiest, most like thriving, just hyper kid. Like he should become a gymnast or a football player or a swimmer. Heck, Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps was once on ADHD medication, I think for a couple years. And basically he decided he was becoming stigmatized and subdued, and he didn't like it anymore. He didn't like going to the school nurse every day to get this pill to make him act a certain way and become the sheeple that the rest of the children around him were. So he was defiant and ambitious and happy enough to stop taking that pill and basically harness this energy for something else, such as swimming. Guess what? He became the greatest Olympian potential athlete ever in the world. So what else are these kids that we're medicating, these hyperactive kids that we're medicating, what are we preventing them from becoming? Yeah, but anyways, I'm to see how you can see how my ADHD mind works. I'm just all over the place. But yeah, back to the kid. And this kid was just so crazy and like fun to be around. And sure enough, his mom was a struggling mother and had a problem controlling him, had a problem she was struggling with her own job. She was struggling with her own issues, and I think it was just too stressful for her, as she imagined it was too stressful for her to take care of him anymore. She went to the doctor, got him this medication, and all of a sudden the kid is like a zombie. He's just like very, yes sir. Like his smile is gone, his energy is gone, that glow is gone. So you do that for too long to your child may never grow up to be the hero that he was destined to become. So that's the point of this video. The point of this video is to stop factory farming your children. If they have a lot of energy, let them harness that into what they're good at. Maybe they'll be the best gymnast in the world. Maybe, and it happened to me. It happened basically to me. I had a choice. I was going to go to medical school. I finished up the MCATs. I did everything I needed to go to medical school. But when it came time to apply, I realized I had to ask myself, I'm going to have to take this medicine for every day for the rest of my life if I want to be successful at this career. And when I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a year off. The year off turned into about a decade now. And it allowed me to actually pursue what my passion is. And that is inspiring you guys to not factory farm your children. And on that note, if you're still with me on this video, basically we are going to have our next RawBrahs retreat, also known as this. We'll do our own school system there, the School of Life, the School of Life, the School of Life, where you unlearn all this cultural conditioning, all this bass-ackwards cultural conditioning that has been just tranquilized upon you over the years, and we experiment with doing what makes us fully alive. And it's going to be scary, and it's going to be embarrassing, and you're going to feel vulnerable, but that's what this university is about. That's what RawBrahs University is about. It's about embracing your embarrassing vulnerabilities. It's about getting high on life instead of falling into line with the rest of the sheeple. Come on, sheeple, wake up. And maybe even I'll leave a testimony of the guy that lived with us last, Logan. He was at a crossroads in his life, and he kind of was feeling kind of subdued and feeling like he was I think becoming part of the crop, and then he saw our videos, was inspired to come out to California and check out to see if what he was seeing on video was actually what he thought it would be like, and it actually became more than that. And Logan, I think, is like 19, borderline genius, and I hope that he doesn't tranquilize his genius by falling into line of what he's supposed to do, but rather what he wants to do. And he left us an awesome video today. He sent me a video, and maybe I'll leave some of that at the end of this video if you want to stay tuned and watch it. Hope this video helps. If it helps at all, leave me a comment. Let me know if it was, even all the ADD ranting and rambling was enough to keep your attention. And the way I'll know if my ADD kept your ADD your attention was if you can leave me a comment below and tell me what that last D and the new acronym for ADHD could stand for. So no longer attention deficit hyperactive, I hate the word disorder. Disorder, she's Louise, how could you diagnose your children with a disorder because they have a lot of energy? Don't do it. Let's make the new acronym ambitious, defiant, happy, and you fill in that last D. To me, it could be a different thing every day. You decide. I dare you. I dare you to decide how different it could be. Just leave me a comment. Leave me a good D word for that one. Maybe we'll make shirts out of it or something, or maybe you will. Heck, make $1 million off that t-shirt. I'm stopped now so I can look in the camera. I've been told that it's good to look in the camera to captivate the audience. Is it working?
You haven't done much of that?
I haven't done. Oh, you mean in this video?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I can't really look in the camera.
I know. That might be an issue.
Oh, well, guys, hopefully that was something special there for you. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is, the last D. Oh, and if you do want to join us on that retreat, it's going to be in Georgia, July 5th to July 7th. It's going to be based on the increment system. Basically meaning the earlier you commit, the cheaper it's going to be. And only email us if you're serious about it. I don't want to hear some long story and for you to fulfill your need of traveling or fulfill your need of going on this retreat by telling me a long story about it. Just give me your Facebook link, give me your Facebook page, and tell me if you want to come or not. I mean, just tell me if you want to come, only if you want to come. We get way too many emails and way too many people hitting us up to still pursue our passion of being the RawBrahs and live the lives we want to if we sat down and replied to everyone. So you're gonna have to pay. Was that too much?
Yeah.
But it's the truth. It's the truth. If I expect to get someone's attention that has thousands of people following them, let's think someone like the RawBrahs, but much larger. Like, let's think Dan Millman, the author of Peaceful Warrior, Paulo Coelho, the author of one of my favorite books,
The Alchemist.
The Alchemist. ADD's kicking again. Think about if I was trying to gain their attention. I have to have something to offer them special, and that usually, based on our system, is usually money. They can't reply to every Danimal in the world. They need something to be reimbursed for their time, and it just so happens our system is set up where you reimburse people with those little paper bills, and use those paper bills for experiences rather than stuff. Stop buying stuff, start doing things like coming on RawBrahs retreats. Did that doctor up my statement, Diana? Mm-hmm. That sounds better now. Now you want to leave it in there, don't you? Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, so yeah, the RawBrahs are on their path of becoming bigger and bigger and grow more and more. And that just so happens means that we're growing ourselves and it's growing our fan base, and I love that. That's perfect. So in order to come on this retreat with such limited spacing and for the people on the retreat that we can give our most time and energy and interaction to, we're going to need you to reimburse us. So if you want to reimburse us, email us at rawbrahs@gmail.com, and we will see you there. I think 40 people have already signed up based on our Facebook post. It pays to be a Facebook friend. So if you're not, facebook.com/RawBrahs. All right, I'll just cut myself off there. Cut me off. I'm going to the gym to use all this extra energy I have because I'm ADHD. Ambitious, defiant, and happy, and then you decide. And think about Defiant, how good it is to be defiant. If you have a defiant child, that's a great thing. If it wasn't for defiance, we would still be in a world where women cannot vote. We would still have, slavery would still exist. We depend on defiant people for change. Remember that quote we posted on our last video? How many haters does it take to change a light bulb? None. Because haters are so afraid to change that I can't remember the rest.
I think my protein pancakes gave you a little too much energy.
Yeah, say hi to the camera. Tell them what you just made, really. On a side note, this is like now turning into a vlog. Listen to this recipe Diana just made.
Protein pancakes made of plantains, one plantain, whatever, eggs, protein powder, and milk. And they're good.
So that is a flourless pancake, gluten-free and everything. All those labels. Hey, oh, you put raw milk in there?
Yeah.
I was about to say dairy-free, but nope, not this time.
Raw milk.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with that if you were able to.
And this is how long it takes to go to the gym.
Yeah, how long was that?
15 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. All right, cool. Now Diana's going to get her workout, and she's going to work out her butt. Because when you work out, are you cutting me off or something?
Huh? No,
okay, because when you work out the biggest muscles in your body, you get the biggest gains. That doesn't mean you gain necessarily the most muscle, but that's how you get rid of fat, basically. If you want a flat tummy, you work out your booty. It's the biggest muscle in the body. Especially for you girls, have a tendency to grow your butt easier than men do, especially if you're a RawBrah.
Or calves.
Yeah, or calves. The calves are not as important. Don't. So I still, even though my butt doesn't grow as fast as my chest, you won't see me neglecting my butt. I need to hit that hard. I actually, I was surfing in California for a while, and maybe I should stop now. But when I came home, and finally started working on my legs again for the first time, I felt like I was on steroids because I actually was. That's how you release the most testosterone, by working on the biggest muscles in your body. Let's go release some test.
Now the big question is, am I gonna get a 6-pack or an 8-pack? I wonder.
I think she means her belly is now it's like flattening out. We're experimenting with the bullet. She's experimenting with the kind of like the bulletproof lifestyle from Dave Asprey that we might interview pretty soon. If you have any other suggestions for people for us to interview, let us know. Thank you very much. Let's cut myself off now. Thank you, Barry. Bye.
Bye.
What's up? The purpose of this video is for me to reflect on one of the most, if not the most, aside from birth, transformational experiences of my life. So the RawBrahs, right? I found them online, was so inspired. I was like, wow, these guys seem like they're genuinely enjoying life. And I wasn't. And I was like, what is it, you know? And watching their videos, yeah, that really inspired me. But then that kind of faded. So I went out and I was like, I'm going to live with them. I had an opportunity to live at the RawBrahs Ranch. And it's crazy. Just waking up and seeing day after day these people who are doing what they love and speaking their minds, radical honesty. It's like, it's so amazing. It's like totally transformed my life. Just, how many times do you think to yourself, man, I wish I could just say to this, stop right there. Just say it. Boom. Like, I think I've like climbed rungs on a social hierarchy by being honest. And just like, and when you say these honest things, you don't like walk away and like mope about it for like the next 15 minutes. It's like boom, over, move on, life goes. And you're just like, yes, and it feels, you feel the power. So why not trust yourself and just do what you want to do? You could be right, you could be wrong, but the last thing you want to be is laying on your deathbed thinking, you know, I really wish I just did more of what I wanted and trusted myself. So you just have to do what you want. And you know what the thing is? Before, like, I owe this to the RawBrahs because, like, I was really into self-help and, like, you know, read Eckhart Tolle, like, for example, you know, before it, but I didn't, it's like, in watching them live their lives and, like, being inspired with them and seeing how they responded to me as a person, being honest and watching how they dealt with problems as because, you know, life will give you things that aren't perfect. Like, you'll do some pull-ups and the pull-up bar might fall on your head. This happened to me last night. But you can choose to, in the words of Danimal, RawBrah, turn an obstacle into a stepping stone. You can see it as like, oh no, my pull-up bar fell on my head too. Or you can be like, wow, I'm thankful that the experience of life gave me the reminder that, you know, life is fragile, that I will be in pain. This might sound crazy, but really, like, I have felt so good. I would say that I was a depressed person. That doesn't mean I have depression, but I would say I was a depressed person. And then I started being honest and taking care of myself, and it changed everything. Like, if you have the opportunity to do a RawBrahs, like at this point it's becoming an endorsement, yes, but yeah, like if you have the chance to do a RawBrahs retreat or go to RawBrahs Ranch, like I would highly, highly recommend it. I used to always be scared of what people would say because I thought that they like knew more than me, you know? Oh, I could be wrong. He could know that I'm wrong. He probably has the answer. No one has the answer. You just have to honor yourself by being yourself. Oh, I'm getting so like... And you know, the thing is, like, you might think that this video would be enough, because I've seen a lot of videos, and I hope this inspires you. I've seen a lot of videos that have inspired me. But nothing has actually done it for me than going out and living with, like, because, you know, your life will have its ups and downs. Even if you're a depressed person, you may have some days where you feel good. But I almost, like, I'm still doing, like, I still almost don't even believe this, that you can have a good day every day. But you can. You really can. So, you know, get out and do that. I think you guys should hang out with the RawBrahs and have a radical honesty session and really feel the transformative power of you. Alright, I think that's all I got.
Wake up, sheeple. This is a friendly RawBrahs reminder to not factory farm your own children.